Okay, well, it sounds like Angelo is experiencing a lot more rain than we are at this point right now because it is slightly drizzling. It started raining just about a half hour ago. And one thing I am noticing about this rain is that it's either drizzling, it takes a second, and then a couple of minutes later, there are the larger drops that start to come down. And there's a slight breeze, probably per usual here in the city of New Haven. You can see those trees kind of sometimes swaying around. We have seen a couple of people walking around here at Seawall Park. I don't know if you can see that man with his dog behind us there, just getting out before the storm. We spoke with one man who says that he's actually moved here from the Carolinas to try and get away from storms like Hurricane Henri. However, he says walking along the shoreline this morning, he's surprised at how quiet it actually is right now. And you can see the water still pretty still at this point, but as we know, that's going to be changing very soon. So over the last couple of days, it's been all about prepping for Hurricane Henri here in the Elm City. Mayor Justin Elicker went knocking on doors yesterday right in this neighborhood to tell people along the shoreline that it's best if they leave their homes before the storm comes. Now, the 3 specific neighborhoods had been asked to evacuate on a voluntary basis. That's East Shore residents just south of Myron Street, Fairhaven residents on Haven Street and John Murphy Drive, and then City Point residents on South Water Street. Now, the city has also set up some shelters and areas of refuge, which opened early last night at 7 o'clock at night. So the main one is at Central High School. That's the full service shelter they have. And the areas of refuge are at Nathan Hale School, Jepson School, and King Robinson School.
We're looking at a 3 to 5 foot storm surge potential, 4 to 6 inches of rain, which is up from yesterday's estimate. Winds will likely be tropical storm strength, a 50% likelihood of winds being above 58 miles per hour. And we're watching very closely the timing that the storm hits us because high tide tomorrow is at approximately noon and then at midnight.
Now, the city of New Haven will have all hands on deck as so many cities and towns across the state today in preparation for Hurricane Henri. We're told that New Haven alone will have at least 7 tree crews going around and making sure to pick up those trees. If you're driving around today, it is not recommended, but if for some reason you have to, if you see a tree, don't do anything to that tree. Call 911 and the folks here in New Haven should be able to help you out. But as for the current conditions, it's hot. It feels tropical. We can feel that sort of muggy air hitting you in the face right now, but stick with us because we're going to be here live all morning long telling you about these changing conditions because as we know, they're going to be changing very quickly as we just heard from Angelo. We are live in New Haven. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61 News.